Morning, everyone. My name is Dinad Naik, and I'm the CEO of Sirius Communications, making communications easier. So, we, Sirius Communications, are the company working in the mobile venture business. For first 2 years, we have our business headquarters at Netherlands, but to expand our business globally, we have shifted our headquarters to the USA. This is our board of members. On left hand side, that is me, Ninad Rajesh Naik. I'm a CEO of Sirius Communication. Then we have Laurel Martina D'Souza as a finance manager. We have Chintala Pudi Srinivas Abhinav as a marketing manager. And finally, Ogesi Amanda Osugu as a human resource manager. So these are the countries that Sirius Communication entered for the purpose of doing business. We have USA, India, UAE, Australia, UK, Canada, Netherlands, Monaco, Japan. So these are all countries that we have entered into the markets. So why we chose these countries only? So we'll that cover in the next slide. So why we entered in those countries? We have used a product leadership strategy. So the countries listed in the previous slide were having a strong quality market segment than price and customer intimacy market. So this was the main reason why we entered in those countries, because as we are a company who's focusing on a product quality market leadership, so I think it's good idea to focus only on these countries who have a greater opportunities over there. Also, we were constantly at number one position on market leader in quality segment. So this sums it all for the reason why we entered in those countries. With competitive strategies, for the first 2 years, we have used combination of all the strategies with the product leadership, customer intimacy, and price market segment. But from 22 onwards, we have focused on product leadership only, because we have decided that we'll go with the quality market segment, because at at in this segment we can increase the price, and we are more able to uh, spread our business into the multiple countries. And about the SWOT analysis of the business, so we have a couple of opportunities, as we are keeping our same product and we are penetrating into different markets, and the new market is full of opportunities. Our strength was premium quality smartphones. We have a powerful R&D team, and we have a research machine that we have bought for R&D. Threats we have with the market, we have a more markets with the more price segment, because in any countries, if you look at a comparison between price, customer intimacy, and quality, most of the countries have majority of market captured by the price segment, and that was affecting our sale. Our weakness was in couple of markets we have set a more price, selling price for the single smartphone. So that was one of the reason we need to say bye bye to couple of our uh, customers. Also, the decreased percentage of sale was the another reason. For market strategy, we have used a market development plan, because we were using our existing product, and every year we were entering into the new market or the new country. That's why we are looking to sell our existing products into the new markets, which group of customers did not buy the smartphones before and may now be the interested. So these were our main agenda for the market strategies, and we followed the same. So for product details, the cost of our smartphone was 380 euro. We also have unlocked top two quality stars, which indicates the highest quality of the cell phone. And this was only possible because of our research and development team. We consist of we have a 60 researchers who are working in R&D department, and we have allocated a 110% of budget for the research and development, which is more than what is expected or what is recommended, which uh, which allowed us to decrease the purchasing cost by 136% and increase the quality of research by the same 136%. It also increased our reliability of the product to 85%. This, let's talk about the targets achieved. So there are 5 targets that we worked on throughout our 6 years. The first one is highest quality, which is measured by the average position measured in the quality and the quality oriented market segment. And as you all can see, from 2021 to 2026, we are constantly at number one. Then market leader in quality segment. This is the average position measured in market share in the quality oriented market segments. And this was our KPI. And as again, we are constantly market leader in the quality segments from 21 to 26. For global market leader is the average position measured in market share in all markets. So from in 2021 we are at number 9 position, and we gradually moved to number 1 position in 2024. We went down to second position on 25, and we again captured our first position in 26. In terms of education level of staff, we started with the 61.75 percentage in 2021, and we gradually moved towards 2026 with the highest, that is 100% in 25 and 26. And for the average days of the inventory in days, these are the average days of the inventory, that is the average number of the days it takes for a firm to sell off its inventory. And we are constantly managed over the 6 year to sell all the things in 15 days itself. This slide talks about more about the inventory management. As you all can see, there are two screenshots. One is for the United States of America and the other one is France. As we all can see, the inventory is quite sufficient with respect to the demand and the selling the sold items. So this was the reason why our inventory number of days in the inventory were so less as compared to the others. Again, for the United Kingdom as well, we have a very manageable inventory, like the amount of inventory with respect to our demand and supply. For Canada also, it was pretty accurate. That's why we have such low number of inventory days in our for our company. We, Sirius Communications, have effectively used the marketing methods that are provided in the simulation game, like press news and the campaigning. These are a couple of screenshots that we have attached here as a reference to what kind of press release and the campaigning that we drive in the whole span of 6 years from 21 to 26. This slide denotes the progress of Sirius Communication over the years. On the left hand side, this is the ranking of a J19 batch, which is a ranking of red group. And I'm happy to announce that we are at number 1 position at the end of round 6, that is in the year 2026. Also, on the right hand side, if we consider all the groups and all the ranking, we are at number 6 position, and our graph was constantly growing upwards and onwards. We have constantly moved ahead from our previous positions. So that is, I think, is one of the achievement that we have.
Hi, I am Laurel and I'm the financial head of Sirius. Today I will be presenting the financial position of our company, income statements, and if we are making profit, and also the cash flow and the current cash position of our business. To start with the financial position, also known as the balance sheet, which consists of assets, liabilities, equity of business. Every business wants to make sure that their value is growing. The financial position of a company is measured by the performance it takes in company's financial statements, a positive and growing cash flow statement, growing profits in the profit and loss statement, and a balance of assets, liabilities, and owner's equity in the balance sheet. As we can see in this slide, I've taken the 2 years financial position, that is 2021 and 2026. And in both these examples, there is a major difference in the total assets and total liabilities. So when it comes to are we making profit, it's clearly seen in the slide that first 2 years we have been in a loss, that is 2021 and 2022. But when it comes to 2023, it is very evident that our trend is very high and we have had a good profit. And 2024, again, we were under a loss. And then when it comes to the next 2 years, which is 2025 and 2026, we have slightly come back, but not as much as 2023, but we have managed to get a profit. Here is the capital of our business. So the first 2 years, again, it's a loss, but the next coming years, from the third year till the sixth year, we have had a good capital in our business. When it comes to the cash position of our business, it's very evident in the slide that our trends are never under a loss but always on profit. Maybe a slightly low and slightly up, but when it comes to cash, we were pretty good in our business. So when it comes to the current value of our company, the first 2 years we were not in a good condition, but the third year and the sixth year we were in a pretty good value. So this is the overall value of our company. Going forward, Abhinav will be taking over.
Yeah, thank you, Laura. Hello, sir. I'm Abhinav. I'm the marketing head. Well, let's begin with the distribution marketing. It's one of the four elements of marketing mix. Well, distribution is the process of making product or a service available for the consumer or business user who uses it. It can be done directly by the producer or service provider or using indirect channel with distributors or intermediaries. For the logistic service providers, we opted for ITC as our service provider because the service is faster than the Worldwide Shipping Limited, SpeedNet, and the others. For the first 2 years, we used Worldwide Shipping Limited as our service provider, and then later we shifted to ITC because they has a better delivery time of 2 weeks, and their turnover bonus is also better than the Worldwide Shipping. So we shifted to ITC. Here in ITC, our turnover bonus was around 2%, and the bonus reward is rewarded once when the turnover of the manufacturer reaches 1 million. Coming to the local budget of every country for the past 6 years, 2021 to 2026. Let's get into some detailing in 2021. We entered Netherlands. There we made a local promotion budget of 3.6 million. We also focused on our CSR activities and global marketing. We made an estimated budget for developing campaign of 1.5 million euros, and our price per click is 0.75, and our SEO is extended. In second year, we entered Monaco with a local budget of 4.9 million. We focused on our CSR and market analysis. Our price per click also increased from 0.75 to 3. Compared to the previous years, we also increased our budget on advertising in social network up to 1500 euros. We extended our SEO. We adapted the geographic structure which responds best to the local needs. In the third year, we extended our markets in France and United Kingdom with a budget of 18 million. We increased our price per click as well from 3 to 3.5. Uh, we advertised on social network with 10,000 euros monthly. We extended our SEO. We adapted the international division structure to own expertise and responsibilities. In fourth year, we entered India and United States of America, who has the biggest market with a high budget. We focused on our CSR activities. With an amount of 3.7 million euros, we started our developing campaign. We also increased our price per click from 3.5 to 4.5. We extended our SEO here as well and adapted the behavioral facilitation campaign effect. In the fifth year, we entered Australia, Indonesia, and Canada with a budget of 112 million. We focused on our CSR activities and we kept the price per click same as per the last year. We advertised on online linked business network around 10,000 euros monthly, and we extended our SEO and we adapted the behavior facilitation campaign effect. Coming to the final year, we extended our markets in United Arab Emirates and Japan with a local promotion budget of 118 million, and we focused on our CSR activities. We haven't changed our price per click, it remains same for the past 3 years. We extended our SEO and we adapted the behavior facilitation campaign effect. From here, our HR manager Amanda will take over the presentation. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Abby. Thank you. Yeah, my name is Amanda, and I'm happy to introduce myself as a human resource manager for Sirius Communications. Now, first, before I go into the business of the day, with regards to my own presentation, I would like to have all of us understand that human resource managers have often taking the lead in the management and maintenance of every organization. So it's safe to say that for every organization, having a human resource manager or human resource department is very, very pertinent to such an organization. Um, I would like to give us a breakdown of what's happening in our headquarters workforce right now with regards to the number of employees we have at the moment and the workload given to per employee. Now, the current maximum workload per employee is at 109%. And then the number of full-time employees we have working at the moment at the headquarters is 25. Now, speaking about remuneration currently, so the remuneration of our company is currently at 5.6% because we decided to increase the remuneration, in order to also get an increase in motivation and loyalty from our employees. Now, moving over to bonuses. Now, this is quite interesting because oftentimes employees keep, you know, bickering for bonuses. I don't get bonuses and all of that. Meanwhile, most of them don't get to work for it. So I figured out a way in which well-performing employees can benefit. Basically, all I'm saying is that simply means that those above target performance get 3.5%, while those on target performance get 2.4%, and lastly, those below target performance get 1%. I think that's fair enough. Now, the next I'll be speaking on is on the budget for education. Now, so we decided to disburse about 5,000 euros as a training budget on external training providers. Now, one would ask, why spend so much on external training providers? Now, this decision was solely built, on having specific program that will be aimed, on the development of high potentials, then subsequently attract eligible captains of the company. Now, I know this is quite high, but trust me, the investment will increase in its entirety and effectiveness within a couple of, let's say, minimum 3 months. So I think that's good because currently our education level of staff, the maximum score right now is 100%. Starting from 2021 to the current year 2026. In 2021, we had about 61.75 percentage, and 2026, that's the current, we are at 100%. So what we did was each year we decided on a number of targets within the business class section for us to submit. So bravo to us. We're happy to reach our targets. Now, this is another interesting slide. Human resource management strategies. Now, I believe for every company who have a human resource department should also have a structure in which the organization will be dependent on to move forward in the future. Now, I had to develop some high potential strategies to make the company move forward and grow bigger in the future. And so I came up with a couple of strategies. The first one is coaching and mentors program, mandatory internal courses, and compliance technique. Now, coaching and mentors program is basically a program that can help to develop more junior colleagues or staff in the company by simply connecting them to more experienced senior colleagues. Now, this basically allows the seniors to transfer the knowledge and share their experiences with the younger ones in a very simple, conducive, and efficient efficient way. Then the next is on what's it called? And of course, mandatory internal courses that will be mandatory, obviously help the employees in carrying out and being more productive and efficient in the industry. Compliance technique, come up with quite a number of laws, regulations, teaching them, enlightening them on the laws and rules and regulations and all of that for them to adhere to. Now, talking about recruitment. So here's the thing. In order to promote, for me, this is very, very crucial and it's quite relative. So that's why I had to make it in such a way that it's just going to be superb. Now, so here's the thing about recruitment in my company. In order to promote global recruitment and make people excited, the word here for me is excited about working in the company, I had to organize something very special. Now, let me tell you guys a little story. Where I used to work in a law firm, litigation, and most times when I go back, retire back home from work, and I'm like, I wake up 5:30, 6 a.m. in the morning. I don't feel excited. I don't feel happy. I don't look forward going to the office. Why? Because I just feel there are no interesting programs that have been organized in the office to make the whole environment conducive, for employees. Because I'm a kind of person, I like to learn new stuff. So I always want to make my environment, and I always like to, light it up, make the people under me, my subordinates, even myself, feel excited. And so I didn't want my subordinates, I didn't want employees. I'm also an employee, but I didn't want other people in the company feeling like, oh, the company, there's nothing exciting about it. So in order to avoid that feeling, I had to organize a series of events, I made sure that we attended some job fairs all over the world to make the environment very, very conducive and exciting for people to be happy to come work with us. Now, with the current set of our recruitment budget is currently at 75,000, and I had to track it somewhere, by lowering the cost of hiring new employees. So I had to reduce it. I broke it down to 1,000, so there will be a balance in the company. Now, this chart right here simply illustrates what's going on at the workforce headquarters with regards to number of new staff, the ones that left, the ones that stayed, and if we had the cost to hire new staff. Now, because of time, I'll just give a simple breakdown of what the statistics in 2020 and the current state of the affair. Now, in 2020, we had no new staff, no staff left us. However, we had six, and then we had no cost to hire new staff. Now, the current state of it is 2006, 2026. We have 40 new staff, 15 left. That's a pity. 50 stayed, and then we had all costs to hire external staff, coming up to 117. So that's basically what the chart is all about here. Yeah, so what we have here is a key indicator, and this chart simply shows the amount of workload, staff motivation, and education level starting from 2020 to 2026. Now, also because of time, I'll just give random breakdown. I'll just give a breakdown of the statistics of how it was in 2020 and what is the current state of it. Now, 2020, the workload was 0. The staff motivation was 65. The education level was also 65. Now, as at 2026, the workload is 101. Great. The staff motivation is 59, and then the education level of staff is on 100. So I think I'm happy that we're able to, pull this up, and that's quite a great one. That's quite a great one. So I hope that with all of this, the essence of putting up all this, strategies is just to restructure our organization in such a way that we would be more productive in the coming years. And yeah, of course, there's a thank you slide. So I just want to seize this opportunity to say thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. I hope you liked our presentation. I hope it's refreshing. I hope you appreciate our organizational structure of Cyrus Communications. And I'm happy to say that if you have questions, if you need clarity in whichever department, whatever department you have, we're happy to accept them. So keep them coming. Thank you, guys.